Welcome to this video about the average cost of living in Ireland in terms of rent, food, transportation, and basic utilities for international students and families, via Afrokonnect. In this island nation, Irish is the primary language of communication. An in-depth look at living expenses in Ireland for families and international students is provided in this video. For a person looking to relocate to Ireland, the country's low crime rate is a good thing to keep in mind. Compared to other nations, Ireland is a safer and more pleasant location to live and settle down because of the lack of gun violence and violent crimes. Ireland has one of the greatest healthcare systems in the world. The infrastructure in Ireland is of high quality and can be reached without difficulty. An applicant for Irish citizenship who has resided in Ireland for at least 5 years of their preceding 9 years is deemed a resident, and is eligible for free or reduced-cost healthcare from the Health Service Executive. Before you go to Ireland, the first thing you should focus on doing is getting your financial situation under control. Cork and Dublin are popular choices for residents, despite the fact that other Irish cities have expanded and improved in recent years. Dublin is the capital of Ireland and the most expensive place to live. In Ireland, there are alternative cities where you may stay for less money. One academic year in Ireland costs up to €12,000 a year for international students to live there. Everything from rent to power to food to medication is included. Now let's look at the breakdown of how that money will be spent. Accommodation will cost you around €420 to €500. You should expect to pay between €300 and €600 a month if you want to live on campus. The rate per person for a shared room is €350. It's possible to pay as much as €850 a month for a premium, private apartment. A family of 4 may expect to pay roughly €3,200 per month in living expenses in Ireland, not including rent. A single person's cost of living will be roughly €900 if they don't have to pay for their own lodgings. The price of a one-bedroom apartment in a city centre location is around €1,182, while the cost of the same unit in the outskirts is close to €1,000. It costs €1,955 to rent a 3-bedroom apartment in the city centre and approximately around €1,580 to rent one in the suburbs. Ireland is regarded as the land of saints and scholars because of its rich religious and academic history. Internationally recognized universities and colleges provide undergraduate, postgraduate, and certificate programs in a wide range of disciplines. Law schools, technical institutions, art schools, and schools of literature and science are all well known in Ireland. Obtaining a legal student visa is the first step to studying in Ireland, which will cost you roughly €65. With a top education system, Ireland is not just a popular destination for students in Ireland, but also throughout the world. As a result, students who study in Ireland have a better chance of finding work after graduation. This is because many Irish colleges have international partnerships. The following is a breakdown of the costs associated with each of the available programs. The yearly cost of an undergraduate program ranges from €9,850 to €25,500, depending on the university. Postgraduate education costs anything from €9,500 to €24,500 per year. Between €100,000 and €35,000 per year is the annual tuition for a PhD degree. Books, stationery, and other personal items add another €200 to the monthly student budget. $140 in Ireland, the average monthly transportation expense is roughly. There are regional trains, buses, DART, and local taxis to choose from. A student travel card is a good idea if you are a student, since it will save you money. It's a heart-pounding prospect to consider how much you could have to spend for basic necessities in Ireland. It is not the cheapest country, but it is less expensive when compared to other nations that travelers are interested in visiting. Everything you need on a daily basis is affordable. Between €250 and €350 is what you spend on food each month. The typical cost of clothing for either a man or a woman might range anywhere from €60 to €80, €60 to €80. When shopping from high-end labels, the price might rise to as much as $100. The cost of cooling, power, trash, and other utilities for a 1- or 2-room flat is around €180 per month. A breakdown of living expenses in Ireland. An overseas student in Ireland must also cover a slew of other fees in addition to tuition and living expenses. Personal costs, utilities, and the amount spent on entertainment such as dining out and going to the movies. All of these must be taken into account when calculating an accurate estimate of what it would cost to live in Ireland. List of costs for numerous miscellaneous components are shown below. However, it's important to remember that costs might fluctuate depending on the market and other unforeseen factors. €20 for a cell phone, electricity and gas bills of €30 to €50, €65 to €85 a month for a monthly bus ticket. €250 to €300 for food and drink. The Irish Police Department provides overseas students and working professionals with an official document known as a Police Clearance Certificate, abbreviated as PCC. It is mandatory for long-stay visa applicants to submit the PCC with their application. This certificate is only provided in certain situations and can be used when applying for visas and consular applications to other countries, as well as when starting a company in another EU country. Those interested in obtaining a PCC should submit a written request to their local Garda station along with an explanation of their reasons for doing so. The application should be addressed to the superintendent in charge of the area in Ireland, and it should be submitted to them. Attach this to your written disclosure request and deliver it to the Irish Embassy in the country where you are now resident. Average cost to living in Dublin, Ireland. Below you'll find the average cost of living in Dublin, Ireland, on a monthly basis. Rent costs €585 per month. €220 for food. Utilities total €55. €75 for social activities and other non-essential costs. Students pay €333 in fees. The total amount spent is around €1,356. Cost of living in Cork, Ireland. The typical amount needed each month to maintain one's standard of life in Cork can be found below. Cost of on-campus lodging is between €600 and €680. €500 to €600 per month for a private rental home. €600 to €1,000 for a secluded condominium. Prices range from €65 to €85 per month for bus travel. €250 to €350 for food. Total, €1,240 to €1,880 including lodging. Cost of living in Galway, Ireland. The typical estimated monthly cost of maintaining one's standard of living in Galway can be found below. Rent will cost you €540 per month. €220 for food. Electricity, telephone, and internet charges total €90. The cost of transportation is €40. The overall price of expenses that comes with residing in Galway is estimated at €1,155. Frequently asked questions, FAQ. Is it costly to study in Ireland if you're from India, Nigeria, Ghana, or a foreigner? The expense of attending university in Ireland is higher for overseas students than it is for Irish citizens. On the other hand, the typical tuition costs are a lot lower when compared to those in the United Kingdom and the United States. The annual tuition fees for attending a university in Ireland will cost you anywhere between €5,000 and €25,000 on average. How much does it cost to live in Dublin, Ireland as an international student? If you're a college student in Dublin, the cost of living varies depending on where you live. In Dublin, the average monthly cost of living is estimated to be €1,539. Rent, food, utilities, clothes, mobile phone bills, books and study materials, and leisure activities are all included in this category. How much salary is required to live comfortably and save in Ireland? After graduating from a program in Ireland, a new graduate might anticipate earning an annual income of between €30,000 and €60,000 on average. This figure can range anywhere in between these two figures. With that said, a family of 4 needs at least €6,000 every month in food and other essentials. As a result, you need a salary that is more than that each month. Building customer loyalty is an essential part of any business strategy. In conclusion, you've probably gotten a sense of what it costs to live in Ireland by now. If you're thinking of moving to Ireland or going back to school, this video has provided you all the information you need to get started. Good luck with whatever path you decide to take on your journey.